we virtually send you money?
Say what now?
Do we virtually send you money?
Virtually send me money?
My brothers do that.
Well, I do have PayPal. No, I'm not expecting any money, that's.
Nobody brought any goodies.
What about, isn't there
Oh,
Bitcoin?
I'm sorry, there's water in the bottle water.
How do you do Bitcoin?
You need something to drink?
Hey, if anybody can virtually send me money, Ray can set it up.
We need somebody to bring goodies.
Make a beer run.
Are you virtual?
Well, actually, now that you brought that up, while we're on a break, just to let you know, I'm working on creating, well, you know, I've all been working on the surveys and everything, and they're coming along really, really good. At this point, we've had 117 responses between all my clubs, except for Frontier. We're still working on the Frontier. We haven't got any response. Well, I got a few responses back, but for the most part, we haven't seen a lot of Frontier responses back. So hopefully that'll bring us up to close.
Yep, Becky Ramsey.
The overall results coming up so far is somewhere almost 70% of our dancers are willing to come back and square dance with us as soon as the government allows us to gather in those numbers of groups of 50 or more. If they let us gather in groups up to 50, then we might have to do like a waiting list of who can come. But the encouraging thing is 7 out of 10 of you, out of 117, I think I've got back so far, 7 out of 10 of you said you'd come back once the government allows it, and we follow all the, social distancing things that we need to do as far as washing hands, this and that. About 98% of you said that you have no issues with wearing masks or not wearing masks. So in fact, actually say they would only come back if we have masks and gloves. So we're probably going to make masks and gloves optional. In fact, I'm going to discourage gloves. And I'm going to tell you why. Okay? And Joanne Benzie, she's not with us tonight, but Joanne Benzie sent me a nice article about that. Gloves could be nastier than anything.
Yeah.
Unless you wash them every time you use them. You can't use them all night long. You have to wash them just like you wash your hands. So if you're going to wear gloves at a dance, you need to bring a clean pair of gloves for every tip. Wearing the same pair of gloves from one tip to the next tip is almost worse than not wearing them at all. And that makes total sense. When we get done with the tip, we're going to require, really, really encourage everybody to do a hand washing or something like that. We're going to keep the tips less. On Tom Davis, but I'm pretty good about keeping the tips less than 8 minutes, and so that our exposure is not too long. We'll follow all the social distancing things that we need to do as far as keeping clean. I know Pat just mentioned goodies, but unfortunately we're going to discourage goodies after dances for now.
Look at Ray, he's eating, look at him eating.
Yeah, you can do it now. No snacks, things like that. What we will ask is if you have dietary issues that you require, that you have to have some kind of snack throughout the evening, that you bring that yourself and keep it secure. And we're not going to set up water bottles or anything like that. You'll have to bring your own water. And that's only temporarily until we get the vaccines and get a little bit more back to normal. There's about 6% of everybody that's responded said that they would never come back to square dancing. And the ones that did respond and said that, there's good reasons for it. They have to be very, very careful. So that was really encouraging, a lot better than we anticipated. I think I'm really excited about, getting back in small groups at first, maybe. Maybe we only have 2 squares or, 2.5 squares, that's probably what it's gonna be. But it's not like we haven't been there before, so it's just gonna be a long time back.
Jack,
Here's an interesting thing. Just a moment. Here's an interesting thing. More of the advanced dancers said they would come back to the plus dancers. There was less plus dancers said they would come back to advanced dancers. I thought that was kind of interesting. What'd you need, Barb?
yeah, I don't remember if I filled out the survey. Would you know whether I did or not?
You did not.
Mentioned you two as
Oh, okay. How do I?
about virtually paying.
I sent one of the
I'll have to
emails
find
I
it
sent.
somewhere.
Okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
Who's in the middle of the massage, it's dark.
I don't either. I don't remember getting a survey.
You probably don't read my emails, which I understand that.
Yeah,
She had, Jack.
Sherry's in case you didn't hear, Sherry's
beer girl.
in Florence, Kentucky. She went down there today. She's going to stay down there with her niece and nephew for her sister and brother-in-law are off at a work conference. And so Sherry's kind of house
Oh, that
sitting,
sounds like fun.
dog sitting, kid sitting.
Yeah. Actually, I'm
So I'm staying home, doing all the laundry,
yeah.
taking care of the dishes and cleaning,
Yeah.
working all day long,
You gotta go over here.
all that stuff. I'm doing everything while she's there at the time.
Yeah, okay, well, don't drink that coffee I made for you for
Anyway, I'm gonna mute everybody and let's dance. All right, so this one won't be as hard as the last one, maybe.